Okay, guys, if you'd have seen the last video, you know that I ended up on this site from an ad. And the more I explored the site, the number of things I found wrong about this site, I couldn't help make this video. So I'm making a few more videos where I'll be showing you what not to do when you're designing a site, when you're creating, especially an e-commerce site, which is supposed to convert well, how to make sure that your site is optimized for better conversions, how to make sure that you're thinking of the user when you're doing it. So Transteel just happens to be the guinea pig here, but I see a loads of things that you can learn from everything that's going wrong with this site. I would like to apologize to the people who own this brand, but seriously, the agency that has done this job for you have done a very half-baked job, and you should go back to them and ask for your money back. But as a growth consultant, it's my job to ensure that I make sure people are learning every day, brands don't get cheated, and you're working with the best. So all the growth marketers out there, I hope, and even the brands out there, I hope these videos help you learn a few things next time when you are working on your site or you're asking somebody else to do it. So this is the homepage. The first thing that I notice is that the URL is wfh.transteel.com, which is work from home. Translates to that. I'm like, okay, great. So this is like, you know, a subdomain to the main site. That means I can go to the main site by just going to transteel.com, right? Oops, not really. It just goes to a site not found, and site can't provide a secure connection. So basically, their HTTPS, that means, is not on transteel.com. Got it. I mean, it's not set up on the main domain. It's set up maybe on the subdomain. So we will just remove the S and see what happens. It just redirects to work from home on transteel.com. But not everybody would remove the HTTPS, right? Which is one disappointment. But let's try again. Let's try to do this and remove HTTPS and do it, and it will redirect, right? Now, whether you would want to do this, I don't know whether you would or you should not, right? Ideally, everybody will end up typing transteel.com, so you should be okay because it's redirecting. But still, I mean, the subdomain makes me wonder if there is more to Transteel apart from work from home, right? And whether I want to go about with this redirection or not. So you need to be very clear on, whether this redirection is always working or not, because not everybody will be ensuring that they're typing the name out properly. And when people talk to others and tell them about the brand, they'll go to transteel.com. So this redirection is a little weird, especially because there's no mention of work from home anywhere on the site. We are used to seeing www, right? So suddenly a WFH also seems weird. Now we come to the home page. As you can see, there's a lot of stuff going on here. We see this top banner, and there's no distinction. So this hello bar or this discount bar that's coming up on the top, I mean, there's no way for me to distinguish this between the rest of the site. It's all white background, and the rest of the site is also white. So it just seems a little weird when I'm scrolling. And also there's so much information on the top header, which is crazy. There are numbers rotating. There's another number for a discount. There's a code. It just is not at all designed in a way where, as a user, I feel comfortable in browsing the site. Going further, there is locations need help, track order, great, okay. There is a banner which doesn't move, which is absolutely fine. So I see 32% big bold letters discount. So that is interesting. That will attract me. However, the main menu seems a little hidden and underplayed in the overall scheme of things, right? You wouldn't notice the main menu in one go because of the font sizes, because of how it's displayed and how it's tucked between everything else. And then even when I'm seeing this, it's a little weirdly designed and not very user-friendly menu. I mean, there's a laptop table, there's a study desk. I mean, okay. Then there's an essential chair, there's an ergonomic chair, there's a bookshelves, there is tables and chairs. I don't know why there's a tables and chair when you already have a laptop table here. Like, what's the difference between this tables and chair to this? Like, the menu doesn't call out that. There is weird usage of plural somewhere, bookshelves, and no chairs here. no tables here, where there's tables and chairs, so there's multiple tables and one chair. So I don't know. I mean, it just seems like a very weirdly designed, and I don't know why. I've mentioned this in the previous video as well, why an ergonomic chair cannot be an essential chair or the other way around. Like, as a user new to your site, I wouldn't know why an ergonomic chair is not an essential site. I mean, this is a branding, of course, that they are using and how they are classifying their chairs, but this is not user friendly. This is not telling me as to what I want, right? Laptop table, study table is very clear on what the purpose is, but an essential chair, an ergonomic chair, it's not very worded in the way of how the user would be looking for. Nobody will just come and say, I'm looking for an ergonomic chair. Oh, but I don't want an ergonomic chair, I want an essential chair, right? That's not a language that users will use. And in this list, I mean, with tables and chairs, suddenly a bookshelf doesn't seem right as well. Okay, going further down, Transteel Home Collection, shop by department. I mean, this is completely not from a user's perspective. I mean, which user will come here, even if it's a corporate user, which user will come here and think of, okay, I want to buy something from the chair department or from a laptop table department. I mean, that is just such an incorrect usage of words. And even when I'm looking at the list, okay, I see there's more that I can go to. There are no arrows here, so you have to just use the small dot here to move. And oh, oops, there are no pictures loading up here for bookshelves and tables, so it's kind of broken. And clearly, I mean, nobody has done the job to ensure that the whole site works. No worries, let me keep going. I mean, there's this massive section which asked me to sign up and connect to Transteel with. Till now, I have not seen any value, so I don't know what value that will offer me. Give your identity the support it needs, sign up and connect to Transteel, register with us, and you'll get to know about it. I mean, again, clearly the person who has written the content, who has crafted the content of this site is not the right content marketing person. They are not thinking users' perspective. They are not using the words that will really make the conversion happen. So it's it will be very unlikely that somebody will really leave their email ID here. And basic things like when I'm typing my email, if you see, I mean, it's the same gray color. I can't even read what I'm typing. I wonder why would you somebody design like that. This will be used in accordance to with our privacy policy. One, alignment is off. Second, the wording is wrong. It doesn't make any sense. I don't know why. In fact, more than assuring me, this just puts a little more scare in me as to, okay, should I be worried about my privacy and things like that. So it's not, there isn't a check mark or something that just builds the trust in the brand. We go further and we talk about client speak, so again, not a very user-friendly term, irrespective whether they're targeting a B2B or a B2C user. What is client speaks? Because client and then listen to our home users, what they have to say is like weird. Then there are reviews, but no pictures. Again, does not build the trust that I need to in the brand. It just seems like these reviews are not really trustworthy. And even when there are pictures, these are clearly not real pictures. These are dummy pictures that have been left behind. You're driving traffic to this website. Why would you do that? I mean, that's just clear ways that you can piss off any consumer on your site. And then you have some real users and their experiences, I'm guessing. Let me see what happens when I click on this. Okay, so a very weird looking window has opened up with a lot of white space on the top and bottom. And if I click on it, it starts the video. Okay. Again, the screen
My name
is
is
sized in
Seema,
a very weird
and
way.
I work with HCL Technologies. So with this pandemic, suddenly became all the
Okay. The screen size is very weird. Again, not very user friendly. It's not responsive. It's not working in
My
any
name is
way.
Seema, and I
And
work with HCL
weirdly, I've
Technologies. So
stopped the
with this
video and it's
pandemic,
still playing in the
suddenly became
background.
all remote workforce. So we had to work
I
from
don't know if you
home
can
for
hear
long.
that. Let me refresh this page. So as you can see, I mean, clearly we are just on the home page and this site is just full of issues. And then it comes down here and they're talking about, who's Transteel and what. I mean, why not introduce the brand a little before? I mean, build the trust from the start. I don't know it, and even the content doesn't really build trust. The other thing I've noticed is that the color choices. I mean, this is not very readable. for a naked eye. I can see text, but it doesn't help reading. The size of the text, the colors, everything is off. Um, Again, our clients, so they refer to the clients above, and now companies that trust the same kind of wording. Logos in gray again. I don't know why you wouldn't use color. If you don't want to use colors, I mean, still highlight them in a way where they're a little more visible. I'm using a nice retina display and still it makes no sense. And then you have an Instagram feed, which only when I hover and see these heart and these boxes, I realize it's from Instagram. I mean, firstly, why is it here? I mean, it's not adding any value. If you rather want me to follow you on Instagram, I mean, this doesn't say that it's Instagram, and there's no way that I will know and actually end up following you. So if you want to grow your following on social media, tell me that this is from Instagram, and if it looks interesting, I'll go ahead and follow you. Footer is pretty standard, but nothing attractive here, nothing different here. It's just done the usual way. So overall, pretty average and low. A lot of issues on the homepage, and clearly, I mean, I can see a lot of issues in what will drive the conversion as a low conversion, what won't build the trust, and a lot of mistakes that you should be avoiding when you are designing your site. And as a growth marketing, when you are reviewing your client site, when you're doing a heuristic analysis, doing a walkthrough, make sure you are looking out for these things that will completely turn off a user. I hope you like this video. I hope that was helpful. Do let me know in the comments what you think. And Transteel, folks from Transteel, if you're watching this, I mean, clearly there's a lot of work needed. I have some more things to add. To catch it in the next video. This is Piyush Agarwal from 91 Growth signing off. I hope that was helpful. Keep listening, keep watching.